I'm Allison from Learning at the Primary Pond. I'm a literacy specialist, and in this video, I'm going to share with you some tips to help your kindergarten, first grade, or second grade students get going on writing a really good opinion piece. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to go ahead and do that now, and then also hit the little bell so that you're notified every time I post a brand new video about teaching literacy in K-2. Okay, so whether it's opinion writing or any other genre, sometimes it can be a little bit hard to get students going or to get them going to where they actually have enough to say and they don't write a couple of sentences or a sentence and say, "I'm done, Mrs. Ryan," right? So I'm curious, what's something that your students struggle with specifically when it comes to opinion writing? You may also call it persuasive writing, but opinion writing or persuasive writing, let me know in the comments if there's something that your kids tend to specifically struggle with. So what I've found in my experience is that while it is often easy for students to verbalize their opinions, and you hear this all the time, right? Like, "Ew, this is for lunch today," or like, "Oh, look at my pink hat, I love it so much." Like, they verbalize their opinions all the time, which is great. But the next step is to actually get them to write their opinions and to do so in a way that includes details and is clear and all that good stuff. So having them plan, in my experience, the opinion writing piece before they just jump in and start writing is incredibly helpful. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of resources and materials today. They are from my comprehensive writing program for K-2. It's called Primary Writing Success. Now, you can, whether you use Primary Writing Success or something else, you can absolutely use these ideas, but I will include a link for Primary Writing Success below this video if that's something that you would like to check out. You get so many different resources to help you with writing and differentiation and all that good stuff. Okay, so let's get into our tips. Tip number 1 is to have students brainstorm a list of possible opinion writing topics before, or rather at the beginning of the unit, or provide them with some type of prompt or guidance. So I want to show you a little tool, and I have these in a couple of levels of primary writing success, but this is an idea lookbook. And so this is a tool that I use when my kids have, sometimes they have guidance in specifically what they're supposed to write about, but sometimes they're just supposed to be writing opinion pieces, different opinion pieces on opinions they have. And so you can have them before, at the beginning of the unit, think of some things that they have strong opinions about, but this can actually help guide them in it. There's different activities in there. Do they like playing games? Do they not like playing games? Do they like music? Do they not like music? What types of music do they like? What kind of food do they like and not like? What kind of places do they like to go, or do they not like to go? Do they not like to go to the doctors? Do they love to go to the park? Weather, holiday season. So basically, the point of this is just for them to be able to look, and you can actually make a couple of copies of this and just have them in the classroom. And so when it's time for a child to write a new opinion piece, they can go to this lookbook for some ideas and inspiration. You could even put one of these on each table if you have your students in table arrangements or at tables, so that the group can share this and get some ideas. The advantage of having them choose some topics before they write, or use a tool like this, is that when they finish a piece, children tend to write at different paces, right? So when they finish one piece, it's not "Oh, I don't know what to write about, I'm stuck, I'm done." They have a ready to go list that they've made, or they can go to their opinion writing lookbook and they can get going with a new piece. So there's really no finishing early. It's just that they start a new topic when they're done with one topic. Okay, tip number 2, after a child has a topic, have them plan out their writing in a graphic organizer ahead of time. Now, I have a couple of options for graphic organizers. Well, I have multiple options in Primary Writing Success, but you could use something very simple. For this prompt, it's just, what is your favorite animal? Why is this animal your favorite? I think they write or draw their opinion here, and then it says because, and they just give 2 ideas. You could also use something like a little web where the opinion goes in here and the different reasons go around there. So obviously this would be a little bit more challenging because they have to come up with more reasons, but just 2 options. Tip number 3 is to model, actually take a completed graphic organizer and turn it into a piece of writing, model so that students can watch you do this, and provide some sort of structure. So when I say structure, let's say this is a second grade example from Primary Writing Success. the topic here is if you could take a vacation anywhere, where would you go and why? And so it's I think, where they're giving their opinion, then it's 3 reasons why, and then a little conclusion. And so you're gonna wanna have this organizer completed, and you might worry that the kids are gonna copy you, but sometimes they will kind of go off what you're saying at first, so gradually release more responsibility to them, but it is important to model at first. But then you could structure it like this. So it's the same prompt here, they're just taking what they've written here, and the language is actually pretty much the same as in the organizer. So it says, I would go to blank because, and they give their, like at least 1 reason or 2 reasons, also blank in conclusion. So it's very much matching what's on the graphic organizer. And do you need to always provide this level of support? Probably not, hopefully not, but some kids will need it. And especially toward the beginning of a writing unit, it is really helpful to have the graphic organizer kind of mimic, or rather the writing paper mimic the graphic organizer, even if it's just like, maybe it's a graphic organizer with 3 spots and you have like, I don't know if I have 3 blank pages here, and you have like 3 pages for them to write on. It just helps if they know, hey, I wrote this here, this is gonna go here, and they can add on to it, they should add on to it, but it kind of helps them follow that general structure that they planned out. All right, if you'd like to learn more about the opinion resources and so many other writing resources offered in Primary Writing Success, I will include a link below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.